triumph for Governor Bruce Rauner. The High Court ruled 5-4 that members of public employee unions don't have to pay dues if they disagree with union politics. Rauner says it's a victory for workers' rights. His opponents say it's part of Rauner's union-busting agenda. More now from CBS 2 political reporter Derrick Blakley.
It was Governor Bruce Rauner who started this fight with state workers' unions, and Rauner in Washington who boasted today that he won it.
This is an historic victory for freedom of speech and also to defend taxpayers against conflicts of interest in government.
The case revolved around Mark Janus, a DCFS worker who refused to join the union AFSCME because he opposed its politics.
They made certain comments and they made certain platform decisions that I just couldn't abide with.
You disagreed with?
I just totally disagreed with them.
Even though Janus wasn't a union member, which the state says costs around $911 a year, he was still required to pay so-called fair share dues, $737, because he still got union-negotiated wages and benefits. But the High Court narrowly ruled even making those payments violated Janus's First Amendment rights.
Everything they do is political at its nature, and therefore forcing an employee to fund that if they disagree with it is a violation of free speech and political speech.
But AFSCME argued Rauner's real goal was to bust the union, period.
We know that workers are going to be besieged by these forces who are trying to get them to drop out of the union.
And reducing membership of public worker unions also weakens their ability to fund political candidates they support, who are usually Democrats.
From the beginning, Bruce Rauner has attempted to weaken collective bargaining rights for labor unions.
As a result of the Supreme Court decision, the state's in a letter to unionized employees saying, starting immediately, it will no longer deduct fair share fees from employees who are not union members. AFSCME says that affects about 7,500 employees out of the 75,000 workers it represents around the state. But, Rob and Erica, the real question here is, will that campaign cash continue to flow from the unions to Democrats as readily? It'll take some time for that to play out, but, you know, common sense tells you it's harder to hold a union together if everyone is not paying the full freight.
Right, that financial support. Thank you, Derrick.